muted because I'm so afraid. Hi guys, welcome. I'm always muting myself because I'm so afraid something's gonna happen in the background accidentally, right? So welcome guys. This is our happy hour sneak peek. We're kind of doing at least one of these a month, if not two. So welcome if this is the first time you've heard some of this information. A lot of times we welcome people back to these calls multiple times because jumping into the coaching business is not always in that moment. It's something a lot of people want to think about, or they might have additional questions, and the timing might not be right for them. So know that we are here to provide that information. There's no question off limits. And like I mentioned, you're going to hear from Ashley and Courtney and I, and a couple of people on our team we're going to call on, and there will be a question and answer at the end. Okay, so please, if you do not feel comfortable unmuting yourself, please drop your question in the chat and somebody will address that. Absolutely. So first of all, I am Danielle Melanson. I am one of the very proud leaders of this incredible team. I'm personally based out of Nova Scotia, Canada, but we are all over North America and the UK, and we are expanding into France really soon. We are one of the top teams in the network and in Canada, and rising, and not just one or two of us, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us on that top 100 board, and really, really changing lives, and at the same time changing our own lives. Okay, so you're going to hear a lot about that tonight. So I want to first introduce you to Courtney. I'm not even going to. Courtney and I are very close, yet I still will not pronounce the last name. I refuse to. Laverne, she's roaring. From Ottawa, Ontario, and Ashley Freeman, I can say your name, from Ontario as well. And you're going to hear a little bit from them, as well as some of our other teammates. So I'm just going to give you a quick 3 minutes about my story when I started Beachbody coaching. I started my fitness journey back in 2007. I was 250 pounds. I was very, very unhealthy, smoked a pack a day, drank 2 liters of Diet Pepsi a day, and never filled my green bin. I didn't know what a vegetable was. And I ended up getting very sick and really needing to do something about my health because it was going downhill fast. And I was very self-conscious. I was not too self-conscious to go to a gym. I was even too self-conscious to walk outside. So as much as I told everybody that I was confident on the inside, I wasn't. And my sister introduced me to a VHS, a program called Turbo Fire, okay, that she ordered from the States off of an infomercial. And my dad bought me my own version for my birthday, and I started doing that. I fell in love with it, started running, started yoga, started going to the gym a little bit. I actually became a personal trainer. I thought that would help me with my confidence about going to the gym. Still didn't, but that's okay. I'm just a total introvert, extrovert, okay? And I ended up, my husband and I, losing 150 pounds together and keeping it off, you know, other than 10, 15 up and down, you know, how things go seasons-wise. And here we are 13 years later. So in 2012, when the company opened up in Canada, I was refresh. Didn't know that there was Pacific Standard Time, and I could not wait to share this opportunity with anybody that would listen to me. I didn't know it was a business. I knew nothing about business. I had nobody on social media. It was a lockdown. I wouldn't even let my son press like on things because I thought predators were going to come after him. Okay, so I was like totally would clean out my Facebook all the time. I didn't have a smartphone. I had a peanut phone. I knew nothing about this being a business, and everything about it intimidated me, but I knew what had changed in my life, and I knew I had to pay that forward. Flash forward 7.5 years later, and it has changed my life in every single way. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. I'm going to pass it over to Courtney. She's going to share a little bit of her story.
Okay, can you guys hear me okay? All right, I never know because I have so much background. This is like legit mom life. I have a movie on for my daughter in the next room. My husband's playing his guitar in the garage behind me, and that's all I can hear. So hopefully you guys hear me and not all that background noise, but that's okay. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Courtney Laverne Forget about the G, Danielle. It's all good. Nobody ever pronounces it right. I've been a coach for a little over 4 years. Never intended, see, this is real mom life. What? You say hi to Danielle. Hurry up. This is my life. This is the real stuff right here. She thinks Danielle is Ariel. She loves her. Okay, go watch your movie. Okay, real quickly. So I never ever intended to become a coach. I was the postpartum mom. Stella was 1.5, 2. I had completely failed at a close by boot camp. I had gained a pound after doing a 6-week transformation challenge and was so down on myself, and saw a friend post about 21-day fix. Said, you know what, I got to at least try one last thing. Tried it, fell in love with it, got phenomenal results. And when I posted my results, people flooded me. They wanted to know what I was doing, how I was getting the results. And I basically decided at that point, you know what, if I can help other people get the same results I did and feel as amazing as I did, then I should try to do that, and realized very quickly that there was an income to be made from it as well. And 8 months into, about 8.5 months into the business, I quit my full-time home daycare and became a full-time coach. I've been a full-time coach for a little over 3 years now. Wouldn't be doing anything else, honestly. I absolutely love it. I love all the amazing people that I have come to meet and absolutely adore from this company and this team, including these 2 amazing ladies that I'm co-hosting with tonight. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about this business and about how much it has changed my life personally.
I love that. I love that. And okay, now we're going to hear from Miss Ashley Freeman. Ashley.
All right, so I am also a mom of 2, and I was the typical yo-yo dieter. I had grown up like in high school and just like wasn't comfortable in my body. I was very athletic, but athletic and healthy are 2 very different things. So after I had my second baby, I was definitely struggling with that. And I saw my coach post on Facebook, and I was like, well, she seems normal. She can do that. I can do that. So I joined her, and I fell in love with the community, and I fell in love with the whole program, and the idea behind it, the simplicity behind it, but that it worked. I then suffered a back injury, and it really set me off. Like, it was like, you know, you finally start doing something for yourself, and then something happens and you just feel like, why now when I'm working so hard to improve myself? But the back injury was one of the best things that happened, because I really had to start to heal internally during that time. I was so focused on my physical outside piece that I wasn't paying attention to the internal piece. And so from the community and the groups and the being like encouraged / told to do personal development, all those things kind of helped me over the 5 months of healing from my back injury to just start to heal internally. And then when I was healed that way, I came back and I was like, oh my gosh, like something clicked. And I wasn't just working on my physical self, I was working on my whole self. And that's when I decided, you know, this isn't just about the workouts. This isn't just about, you know, lifting 25 pounds or eating out of a container. There is something greater to it. And when I found that piece and I experienced that, I decided that other people needed this, especially if it could free them from the pain that I was feeling, and the internal struggle that I had. I wanted to share that with people. And so that's what got me started in it.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And for every person that you will meet who runs this business, you're going to hear a different story. You're going to hear a different struggle. You're going to hear how they work it differently. We have personal trainers we have a new one on Courtney's team who just joined this week. Myself, I came from a training background. We have Shannon, who's a yoga. Tara does yoga. These are certified yoga instructors. We have people who have no certifications whatsoever. 90% of Beachbody coaches don't have any certifications, because you don't need any certifications to be a coach, because we have a wonderful, wonderful company who takes literally 2 years to design every single program that comes out, and we have over 60 of them with top-notch trainers, nutritionalists, you name it. They test it inside and out and provide ourselves and our customers with this amazing platform, these amazing nutrition programs, and we are the support. Because guess what? If it was easy to exercise and eat well and stay on track, there wouldn't be 26 million people right now in North America alone who are overweight and obese with obesity-related health issues, right? And so that's what makes us so different and so special. Yeah, we have amazing programs and products, but we have a community and a coaching support system that keeps people accountable and on track and connected every day. Not once a day, not once a week, every day. And oftentimes that is the biggest struggle with people staying motivated and getting going. So as many people, like dudes do this business a different way. You know, we've got people in this business 70 years old, 60 years old. We have people who are 18 years old, people who are in university, you name it. We have such a diverse team, and that is one of the things I love so much about it. So actually, Courtney, I'm going to get you to start talking about some common fears and misconceptions that you've had and you've dealt with a lot of people coming into your team and starting this business, because I'm pretty sure every single one of us have had fears and definitely misconceptions. So I'm going to mute and pass it over to you.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to? I guess. Sorry, what's that?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think one of the biggest things I hear from people is that, well, I'm not at my goal. I haven't reached my goal yet, so there's no way that I can do this, which absolutely isn't true, because you're sharing your journey, you're sharing your experience, and people relate to that because we're not perfect. Like, we're not perfect, and sharing that truth and sharing your journey makes you relatable and makes you, it takes you from this person that like has it all together and makes you like this person they can connect with. And when you are able to connect with people with your story, then that's when you encourage them and they're inspired and feel like they can do it, right? That's why I started, because I saw somebody that looked normal to me and that she was doing it, so I could do it. So whether you're hit your goal or you're still just starting, you totally are capable of doing this business.
All right, one big one that it's the number one reason I think that people talk themselves out of this opportunity is that they don't have the time. And I just tell them my story. I was postpartum with a 1.5-year-old and 6.5-year-old. I don't know how old my kids are. When I started this, I was working full-time. I had a full-time home daycare, and I didn't think I had the time. And like I said, I didn't even start as a coach. I was doing my workouts during nap time. My daughter ended up doing them with me because she refused to nap. You make it work. And majority of the coaches on my team are working full-time, doing this as a part-time side gig. So honestly, the business can be built in an hour a day. We do something called power hours, which is a lot of times we get online with each other, just like this with the Zoom app, and basically just keep each other accountable, work together to reach our goals with this business. But it doesn't take a whole lot of time to start your business, to get it going. It depends on how much you want to put into it as to what you're going to get out of it, basically. But that's the biggest misconception, is that you don't have the time to do it, because you can work in pockets of time during your day, which is what I do personally, even now doing it full time. I was actually talking on one of the calls the other night, telling people that I had an awesome schedule when my kids were in school, and now that they're not in school, they're home, that schedule is completely out the window. So I've had to completely rearrange and make it work. And somehow I'm making it work, even with my daughter crawling all over me, who's 6 and thinks she's 2. You make it work. And if you really want it bad enough, and if you can't get it out of your head, you just need to try it, basically.
I think that's a really big one too, for sure, is the time thing. My story when I started as well, I was had my own salon out of my home, and I was working 12 hours a day, and my husband was actually out of work at the time. So every dollar I brought in my hairdressing business was all we had, really. And my stepson was young at the time, and wherever he was and whatever he was doing, he was our number one priority. So 6 days a week I was working, trying to earn some extra money by teaching theater arts, singing, dancing, acting, on Sundays. So I would schedule my posts while I was doing that other side job on Sundays, and I was working, Monday to Saturday in the salon and working on my own personal journey, and really, really actually quite present with my family. And it's because of these pockets of time in between clients, in the morning, all of those little pockets of time that when you put them all together, you don't realize how much time there is in a day. But when you're intentional and focused in on how you want your time to be run rather than your time to run you, it's incredible what you can do. And the great thing about that, guys, is that at the end of the day, that becomes a routine. One of the calls that we do in our training, and we're going to talk more about that, Ashley's going to cover a little bit about training and mentorship, is that I always say, you don't go to the bathroom. This is me, I'm real. You don't go to the bathroom and analyze everything you do in the bathroom. Oh, I need to take down my pants. Oh, did I flush? How many squares of toilet paper did I grab? You don't. That's an activity you do on autopilot. If I asked you today how many squares you use, you don't know how many squares you use. You don't even think about it. You don't even, sometimes you have to go back because you're not sure if you flushed. That's what happens with this business. It becomes autopilot. And you train yourself, you develop new habits. You might break some other habits that aren't serving you, like scrolling, maybe my secret TikTok habit that I've just come out openly about. All of those things, maybe giving up an hour of Netflix, getting up a little bit earlier, watching less TV, maybe talking on the phone a little bit less. Whatever it is, we work in pockets of time because everybody's busy. It's just, it looks different depending on what household you're in, right? So I love that you touched on that, Courtney. It's awesome. So Ashley, I am going to get you to hit on mentorship and training a little bit so that people know when they join this business, it's not like join and then see you later, señorita. Good luck to you. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, so we have team calls. So let me break this down first. Whoever invited you here is a coach and has a team, and then we have a greater team, is what Danielle was talking about. And so we have team calls with everybody every week. And those are just an opportunity, whether it be something that's happening in the business or some sort of training, that we gather together every week, and we do those calls. There's also new coach training calls on, right now there's Sundays and there's 4 sessions. There's tons of trainings. Like, honestly, there's so many trainings. And I know Danielle said the last time we did this was almost too many because you could just keep going and going and going. But there's tons of trainings, like from Beachbody corporate all the way down to, like, every week Beachbody hosts a call called the National Wake Up Call, and they get coaches on, and sometimes the CEO, Carl Deichler, like, they come on and they talk. Their website has it, and there's just so many opportunities to learn if you're eager. It's there for you, right? It's like when you get a textbook, it's there for you, the information's there, but you just have to take advantage of it and use it. And like even YouTube, coaches from the whole network post their trainings on YouTube. If you want to know something specific that you can't find an answer to, you can find somebody else that has talked about it and done a training on it. So it is definitely not a, you're in this by yourself, figure it out. There are multiple opportunities for you, and all of us too are here to answer questions, right? We all know what it's like to begin and to start off. So we're always open to people reaching out and being like, hey, can I ask you this question? So you are never alone, because this team, it just keeps growing and is bigger and bigger. And there's lots of us here to support you.
I love that. I love that. I love that. It's so true. Okay. And that being said, I remember being a part of other direct selling businesses before that weren't a fit for me. And one of the biggest things that I loved when I came into Beachbody, because I was like, I need to be a coach, because I saw the trips. I saw, oh my gosh, they got to work out with the trainers that were changing my life. They were affording themselves a lifestyle where I was putting $10 at a time into my into my gas tank at the time, and working my tail off. And I was like, this can't be the next 40 years of my life. There has to be something different. And then I signed up and I was like, oh, I'm not selling anything. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. I'm not doing it. I was a hairstylist who never had, if somebody wanted a bottle of shampoo or hairspray, I would pick it up for them and bring it into the salon. But I was so uncomfortable to a fault that I was like, I don't know how I'm going to work this business, but I'm just going to share what's working for me, and I just want to help people. And I've never sold anything a day in my life 7.5 years later, because that's what we do, is we share our story. We share our story. We invite people to do this with us. We invite people to do this. You have all been invited to this, maybe more than once, especially if you're me. I'm like, hey, I love finding women that I resonate with and that I want to work with, right? I want to have people on this team that are going to lift us up. And so if you've been invited to this business opportunity, you need to know that you were hand selected. We just don't send messages to everybody. It's the people we want to work with within this organization that have that energy, that are going to bring us up as a team and contribute as a team. And so the great thing is that as soon as you sign up with Beachbody, you have your very own website. It's all set up for you. Your name's on it and everything. That's included. You have your whole e-commerce site, everything. Everything's done for you. This was the big thing for me, guys. No product needed, no inventory. Your customer has an issue, they need a return, they need something shipped to them. Beachbody takes care of all of that. Customer service, coach relation support, it is all there for us. What do? We sit here, we pour into our groups, we pour into our own journey, we spread the word, and we are amazing cheerleaders for people who want to have a better life. Because there's 4 pillars of abundance: physical health, mental health, spiritual health, and financial health. And that's the next one I'm going to talk about, financial health. And it's a taboo topic for a lot of people. And it used to be for me because of the way I grew up, but not anymore. Because I know that when I have financial health, not only does that literally help the stress in my own household, my marriage, my family, my circumstance, but it gives choices. It gives choices so that I can help the people in my family, in my community. I can work towards goals, whether it's a trip, whether it's we're saving for our dream house right now, whether it's to pay for a tank of gas. That was my first financial thing, that I could fill the tank of gas, right? The next one was cover the groceries. The next one was cover the mortgage. So whatever it is, it's always one of those things that you think it doesn't matter, or it's not about the money. But unless you bank at a different banking institution than me, they do not allow me to pay my bills with rainbows and unicorn farts. They just do not. They insist that I have money for them. And the fact that we get to do something that enriches so many people's lives, in turn enriches our own mentally, physically, and spiritually, and get paid for something we love, that is a win. Win, 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 win. So there's different ways we can earn money, guys. First of all, when you come into this business as a brand new coach, 25% commission is your earning on any of your sales. We have these incredible packs called challenge packs. So probably at least 95% of you have signed up with a challenge pack. This month, never seen sales like this before, ever. This month, it's basically what they call the total solution. So you're getting your fitness platform, your nutrition overview, and your supplements, whether that's superfood or your performance line, for $162 Canadian. Okay, that's insane. Basically, you're getting your supplements completely for free, and coaching sign up is waived as well. So that $50 fee to sign up as a coach is also waived. So it's an absolutely exceptional deal. On those types of packs, we are paid a lump sum. So a pack like that, you'd be given a $50 commission, okay? And all of our other programs and products have a $25 commission on top of that. There is a second way to earn on top of that, and that is through something we call Team Cycle Bonus, which I will not bore you with, but it is it's an accumulation of you as you grow your team and help your team grow. Okay, so as you bring discount coaches, working coaches, hobby coaches onto your team and help them grow. So we, way back in the 80s, I don't know what company it was that everybody uses the word pyramid scheme. They are illegal. Okay, they are illegal. This is not a pyramid scheme. I could sign on 100 people. If I don't help you build your business, I don't earn income. It's a linear system where actually people, for instance, there's people who I've mentored in this business, 2 that I can think of right now, who actually have an income more than me because of the way, the diligence and skill and effort that they've put into their own personal business. Okay, so we don't get paid for signing up coaches. We only earn income off of the productivity of our team if you are successful and if you are out there actually helping people. Because that's the thing, guys, in order to get paid in this business, you actually have to help people. You have to get out there, you have to step out of your comfort zone, and you have to find incredible souls who are ready to be helped. And everybody is ready to be helped. It's not always about weight loss. Actually, very rarely it is. It might seem like that. I always say to people, if weight loss is what gets you in the door, great. But it's not what keeps you motivated. It's the personal development. We're going to hit on that. It's the community. It's the self-confidence that you build. And it's the growth that you have and the mindset that you have by working on yourself every single day. And that goes right across the board for the business side and for your personal journey side. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking because I talk too much. I'm gonna pass it over to Court, and she's gonna ask Melissa a really great question.
I love the face, Melissa. She's like, crap. Okay.
Oh dear, and of course now my internet.
Melissa is one of my coaches. She's been with me for a couple of years now, and he actually, what?
My internet just went all choppy, of course, the first time.
Mine too. It's all good. It's country living.
Yep.
Melissa's a freaking rock star. She just hit diamond on Thursday. We're super excited about that. So I wanted to ask her a specific question because she's the first person I think of when I think about this. So how did you overcome, I guess, I want to say your shyness, but posting on social media and kind of not being scared, but just being reserved from wanting to post stuff on social media?
Yeah, so it used to be when Facebook and all the social media came out, people would say, oh, I want to see pictures of the kids. But I'm like, well, you're going to need to friend my husband because I'm never posting anything. And so then once I decided to start, it was, I guess, little increments, let's say. It wasn't posting like full body selfies of like, it was more like, okay, my face will get out there and stuff like that. And but then it just came once I'd finished and got my first set of results. It was more like, dang, you got to be proud of this. Like, so that's where you're like, well, my story, whether it helps one person or however many, it be worth it kind of thing, right? So you just kind of have to get out of your own head and just say, it's, you know what I mean? It's no different than going to the beach or going to the pool or whatever. Like everyone has their different levels, but it's more, I would just say thinking about who can you help that's out there, just like for myself kind of thing, right? So it's not going to be like overnight where, okay, I don't post pictures to, like I said, doing, like your full body selfies and whatever and all your measurements, but it's you just have to just have the confidence, and like Danielle was saying about the personal development and those kind of things, and realizing that you're here to help others. And if you can't show them that, then it's, whether it's through words or through pictures, it doesn't always have to necessarily be through your own pictures, because as they were saying, all the resources are out there. Like Beachbody has so many other results, whether it's your results, but there are others out there that you can also share. So
Awesome. I like that answer. Perfect.
Love it. I'm going to call on Ashley again here, and I want you to touch on, Ashley, a little bit of our challenge groups and what that means for somebody who maybe has never been in a challenge group.
Okay, so a challenge group is what for me was kind of the driving force of why it changed for me, because I used to do everything by myself, and I thought I needed to like hide and not tell anybody that I was trying to get healthy and trying to work on myself, because I didn't want them to see me fail. But the best part about a challenge group is that everybody's in there together and everybody has goals. Everybody's goals might look different, but they're all there for a kind of a common reason, right? Everybody's there, and it's just this incredible support of people that cheer you on, support you on your good days, support you on your bad days, keep you accountable. And it's just like, it's been the game changer for a lot of people because they were missing that accountability. They were kind of like trying to hide what they were doing. And this just gives them somebody that's, they might not even know, like Danielle and Courtney, I never knew before this, right? And a lot of people that when I started, I didn't know them before this, but we met in a challenge group, and it just gives you that accountability and that person to lean on and that support system that you're not in this by yourself, whether you're a challenger or a coach, you're not doing it by yourself. And it's not the start, stop, start, stop. When you have the accountability of a challenge group, it just keeps you going. And even if you have a bad day, there's people there to pick you back up and encourage you, and you see them pushing the next day. So you're like, hey, I'm not going to not do my workout today because they did theirs. And there's just that level of accountability and support system with the challenge group.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And challenge groups are run, some people run them on Instagram, some people run them in Facebook groups, and we just have a brand new, spanking brand new app. It has a few glitches where there's 3 waves to it. We're in wave 1 right now, but it's an app, brand new free app that you get your workouts, your accountability group, and your nutrition tracking all in one. It's absolutely phenomenal. Courtney girl, I'm going to get you to kind of touch on personal development a little bit, and what the heck does that mean, and why the hell do people do personal development anyway? Doesn't that sound boring?
I don't know why people do, but no, just kidding. It sounds really corny, but personal development has saved me so many times. I'm completely honest with my team and everybody who knows me that I did not do personal development for the first year of being a coach. I thought I was above that. I didn't have time. I hate reading, guys. Like, I can read. I don't like it unless I'm literally sitting on a beach somewhere and I have nothing else to do. I'm not one to sit and read a book. Now I listen to podcasts. Any chance I get, I'm listening to YouTube. But for me, it was a complete mindset change. I did really, really well the first year in the business, and then I started seeing other coaches having more success than me. And I'm always one of those people that's always in my head thinking, well, why is she having more success? Why is this one doing that one? Why am I not leveling up the way they are? And personal development was a huge, huge game changer for me. Everybody has different preferences when it comes to personal development, whether it's, listening to like Shailene Johnson, she's amazing. There's the Rise conference that I don't know how many people on this call actually just did that, the virtual one with Rachel Hollis. Because there's so many options, even if it's just to go on YouTube and pick some. I personally love Gary Vee. If you guys don't know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, he's not a lot of people's favorite because he swears a lot. But that's my thing. I swear a lot. So I connect with him and I enjoy listening to him. And it's just about finding what works for you. Guys, you don't have to sit down and read an hour a day of a book or read a book in a week. If that's your thing, absolutely. But for me, it's listening to a podcast on my Audible app or something like that. Or in the morning when I'm getting breakfast ready for the kids, I, take 20 minutes to a half an hour to listen to something, or even just a team call from the night before. But it's something that's going to lift you up, something that's going to put you in a positive mind frame, because a lot of people are really hard on themselves. A lot of people are really down on themselves. I lost my dad 2.5 years ago, and this business, including personal development, completely saved me. I don't know where I'd be without it, because I still showed up every single day, even after the worst day of my life. So because of this coaching opportunity, I showed up every single day. And personal development was just a game changer. Like I said, you don't have to sit and read a whole book in a week, but it's just a matter of finding what works for you and something that fits into your lifestyle to change your mindset, change your mind frame, put you in a positive mindset. Because just wait. Anybody want a 6-year-old?
No, but can I go get your Beachbody umbrella?
Yeah, go. She threw my Beachbody umbrella outside today. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so personal development is huge. It's huge in this business. It's a game changer, I think, for everybody. If you don't do it, yeah, you're going to regret it, because it changes everything. Everything becomes easier almost in this business. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's a complete mind shift.
That's so true, because we had a coach on our National Wake Up Call. We have one of those every week, and where we learn and share. And she said, if you can take care of from the neck up, the neck down is going to take care of itself. And I know in my journey, before I really got into coaching and learned about personal development, I was actually at my goal weight and a shell of a human being. The most unhappy I've ever been, most self-conscious I've ever been. And if you looked at me, you wouldn't have thought that. And there was times where I was at my heaviest and felt better about myself. And when I started to add that personal development in, not only was it a learning tool, but it's why everybody thinks that, like, they're like, what's in that friggin' like yellow stuff that these Beachbody coaches are drinking every morning? Like, is there like Valium in there, or like, what are you putting? Is there like a triple dose of antidepressants in there? Like, what is it? But what it is that we're just connecting. We are really that happy. We really are that happy. Not every day, because that's one thing. We are real people, but we like to find the silver lining in things, and we like to help each other through. We like to link arms with each other, and the community is absolutely everything. So in this really uncertain time with this COVID, we had each other's back the next minute, because we had our systems already in place. This virtual thing, this community, Zooming, pouring into each other, knowing how to deal with scared feelings, uncertainty, anxiety, all of those feelings. We were trained for this. We had been trained for situations like this, and stood up and helped so many people find that light in a really dark time as well. This business has almost quadrupled itself since March, excuse me. So if you are thinking about this, get on it, because you're coming into this on a very electric time with lots of new programs and products, but also with a whole new understanding of people, wellness, whole wellness, not just about weight loss, but whole, like, wellness on a holistic level. And that's what we provide here for sure. Okay, so there's one more thing I want to talk about, and that's the trips. Does anybody like trips? Free trips. Okay, I'm ending on that one, because guess what? When I saw my coach from the States, because I mean, like, I was one of the first Canadian coaches. They call me the Canadian dinosaur. And when I saw my husband would be like, who's that on your Facebook? And I was like, don't comment, don't post, she'll think I'm a weirdo. And I sent her a message on the very first day, and I said, hi, I'm from Canada, I would like to join your team. I saw her with her family. I saw that she was a bartender with 2 young children, and she lived in a town of less than 1,000 people, and she didn't even have Facebook. I saw that she built a team within a few years. I saw that she brought her kids to Disney. I saw that she was bringing her team to the Dominican Republic. that she was going to Aruba on a Beachbody earned vacation. And I saw her transformation with the same products that I was using at home and the same programs. And I thought, why not me? I said, why not me? I want to put more than $10 in my gas tank. I want to make sure that if my son came to me on the weekend and he was like, shit, mom, I forgot to tell you, there's like 2 birthday invitations in my backpack, that I didn't have to choose a birthday gift over what are we going to have for groceries. I wanted choices. I didn't want to live with those financial shackles that were keeping me up at night, yet I was burning the candle at both ends at a career that I loved. And I was super good at it, but it just wasn't allowing me the savings, the choices, the financial freedom, and the time freedom that I wanted for myself. Okay. So those trips are earned. And I'm going to tell you right now, they're for 2. Yeah, you don't have to take your spouse if he's driving you crazy. I left Nick home 2 years in a row because he was getting a little mouthy with me. I took my coaches instead. I've earned 9 vacations, cruises, all-inclusive resorts. One we went to Disney, and you might think, oh, I would probably have to help 100 people in order to earn that. 3 people a month. 3 people a month. When I earned my trip to Disney, I didn't even know. My coach had to tell me. It is so incredible. This company gives you every opportunity that you can possibly have. They make it as easy for you as you possibly can. It can be for you to succeed. They want you to succeed in your personal journey, they want your relationships to flourish. They want you to have balance in your life, and they want you to have financial freedom as well. Okay. So we're going to Mexico next year. So what you do in 2020 puts your ass in Mexico, Mayan Riviera at the Hard Rock Resort and Casino with us next year. So I had the whole year to earn that trip. I have it almost 90% earned. It's May. So easy. It's so easy. It's so easy. So, you know, if you're working towards something like that, another reason to get started. And this is not just a luxury vacation. If you've ever been on an all-inclusive vacation, this is Beachbody celebrity trainers in the morning, like special breakfasts, special parties, Shakeology bars. Like Beachbody brings their whole event team and all of their own security, and we are treated like freaking royalty. It is outstanding, and one of my favorite parts. It's like the biggest perk to doing something that most of you guys might already be doing on your social media by sharing your journeys. But now you're going to pay it forward, and we're going to show you how to do it. We're going to guide you through. We're going to cheer you on. You're going to have bad days. You're going to fall down. I hope you fail, because that means you're going to learn. And then you get up, and then we cheer you on again. And then we celebrate and drink margaritas, mojitos, whatever you want, water if that's your gig. It was mine for years, in Mexico together, and we celebrate. So we work hard and play hard in this business. Did I hit on everything, guys? Yes, 45 minutes. We got it. Any questions, guys? I'm going to open it up for some Q&A. What happened, Niagara? MLM sales up, not a good company. Right. Yeah, absolutely, Tara. Because they were consultants. Yeah. Instead of coaches paying it forward. Yeah. We're totally different. No questions? Okay. Next step, guys, is to reach out to the coach who invited you to this call and get yourself started. Your starting cost is $0 when you get started with your own personal journey. That's why it's such a no-brainer. Even my 71-year-old father has been a Beachbody coach since November 2012, because he drinks Shakeology. He has the performance line. He lives off of Energize and loves Tony Horton. Do you know what I mean? So he gets 25% discount and he doesn't even know he has a coach office and a website, right? So there's absolutely no sales requirements, and there's absolutely no fee to join when you're getting started on your own personal journey. Honestly, I remember them telling me that, and I thought, for the love of God, when's the other shoe gonna drop? Because this doesn't seem right. There has to be a catch. And I'm here to tell you, there's no catch. There's no catch. That's the kind of company you're aligning yourself with. So reach out to your coach who sent you here. Get yourself started, okay? Get that new coach document in your hand. You can pick through it, start learning, get on our new coach call on Sunday night. Actually, I think I might change it to Monday. I don't usually do that, but it is a long weekend. And get you plugged into our team and our team page. And I can't wait to see you guys crush this business, because I'm telling you right now, time's going to pass anyways. It's passing right now. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. What do you want the vision of your household and your financial health and your physical, mental, and spiritual health to look in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? And start visualizing that for yourself. And we're here to help you reach those goals. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Ashley, Courtney, any last words?
Take a night, everybody. Take a night. Say bye.
Thank you guys for being here on a Friday night. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you all on the team page. Thanks, guys.